Thanks, Catherine. It is time to get buff here on the show. We're joined now by Rich Thought performance specialist and Jess Messias, physiotherapist and a trainer. And now exercises. When it comes to exercises, you can come up with a million of them, right? But when it comes to movement, you need to get certain core things down. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the same principles apply from the most simple exercises like a squat or a push-up to these one-legged jumping over things, throwing stuff back and forth. All these movement principles are the same throughout.
Right. Okay. So then today, what are we going to focus on?
We're going to look at, like we just talked about, the movement principles and hammering those homes. So we're using a technique today. Yeah, we got some toys here today.
Why are they so big?
We work on the main movement principles with a technique called isodynamic multi-holds. Iso being a hold,
yes.
Dynamic being you're moving, but in multiple positions. So Jess already started off. You can actually hop in here if you like. We'll make this fun for everyone here. So he's holding that bottom position of a squat for 20 seconds, which is essentially very fun for me to watch and miserable for him.
And what are the keys here? Like, he's got kind of his butt out and his back flat, like...
That's a squat. I mean, so he's sitting down, he's feeling the heels in the ground, he's getting those abdominals on. Right, and he's making sure his torso is relatively upright.
Right, because the key is to not have like your back like
one
way or the other.
We don't want that Quasimodo going on here.
No, because that's when you can get hurt, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. So then we're using these positions to develop some movement competency, to develop an understanding between you, the athlete or the client, and myself, the coach.
Right.
To be on the same page to understand the movement properly, and then we can start loading it more and more and more once these movement competencies are accomplished.
Okay, were you getting sore there? Is that why you're taking a little break? So then how many would you suggest doing these?
So with this isodynamic multi-holds, we're going to do 20-second hold and then 4 reps without losing tension. So we're going to come up, and then stop right there. So he's not standing up all the way, but he's standing up about 3/4 of the way. Oh yeah, you're loving this.
So should I try it? So,
yeah, for sure.
Get me in on this. Should I do the giant ones?
I'll grab your clipboard, and you can do this. Grab these blue ones. Let's go.
How heavy are they? They look real heavy.
Yeah, they're very heavy here. So let's put that right over here.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Right. So we'll put that right underneath us. Right. And we'll come up.
Actually as heavy as I thought.
Could we come down a little bit lower? Just put it above your shoes.
Oh, good.
Right, here we go.
Good. Okay, and you just hold it.
I'm going to touch your hips for a second. We're going to get this forward.
Oh, my God.
Woo! Can we squat down lower?
Yeah, no.
Lower. Stay right there. Okay, we're going to 20 seconds of that. Can we stand up now?
Good.
Right? Very fun, right?
Yeah, that was super fun.
That
I wouldn't
is
say fun necessarily.
Here, I'll trade you back.
Okay.
Grab that. So that was the first thing that we can do. Another thing, so that's a squat. And we'll look at a hinging pattern, so a bending over pattern. So we can use the glider that you have in front of you also.
Okay.
We'll put one shoe on that, and we're just reaching that down leg, bum, back towards the wall.
Okay.
As that kettlebell comes down right next to our shoe. And then we're standing back up. So this is more of a pulling exercise. You're going to feel this in the hamstrings, feel this in the glutes.
Okay.
Right. We can try it out for sure.
I can try. I'm doing it. I'm skipping my workout today because I got this.
Nice and soft in that left leg.
Yeah.
Right. And we're going to slide the glider back, reaching this left bum back towards the wall. Go down, 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 down. Put down. There. Now stand up.
I'm trying to go down.
Stand up.
Okay.
Woo, that's 1.
And you're doing how many of these?
Let's do 10.
Oh, let's do 10.
I'll wait. I'm just kidding. So this covers the lower body part. So there's a pushing variation for the lower body, which is like we just did. And there's a pulling variation for the body, which is essentially this.
Right.
So we can go to the upper body and apply those same principles.
Okay.
There's something as simple as a push-up, or we can do something a little bit more interesting, run-of-the-mill, floor presses. And we can use the same isodynamic multi-holds, which is a 20 seconds in a position like Jesse's. He's loving this right now.
He's not loving this. We don't hear much out of Jesse right now.
Without losing tension. Again, so it's just to develop the movement patterns and what it feels like to stay in those great positions.
And how much better is this than doing like the bar that's like, a straight bar compared to this? Isn't this a bit harder because then you have to balance as well?
Yeah. I would personally prefer dumbbells over a barbell. Because dumbbells, like you said, there's a little bit more free movement allowed.
Right.
And you can get to feel what it's like to keep those joints or shoulders in a better position.
Okay. And then what about some sort of like curls? Like I don't want to bulk up a little bit, but it's,
Absolutely. So taking these same principles, this 20-second hold, then 4 reps, we can do the exact same thing with something like this.
Okay.
Right? And then same thing, so we can do that for the biceps, holding it up right here.
Yeah.
Good. We're doing this? We're doing this here.
Doing this.
Okay, hold it up right here.
Oh, God.
Right? And we're holding it right in front of us, just like so.
Okay.
Can you wait for 20 seconds? I'll wait over here.
Well, I mean, we're busy here on the morning show, so we don't have that kind of time.
And then we're doing 4 reps, and then we're doing 15-second hold, and then we're doing 4 reps, and then we're doing a 10-second hold, and then we're doing 4 reps, and then you can put it down.
Okay.
So after this, these principles are made to help increase, again, understand what the movement's like, and help increase muscle.
Yeah.
And also help you build some resiliency to movement and last longer when you're playing a sport or whether you're fighting off injury or anything like that.
And now, can people get these and do this at home? Would you suggest it's more of a thing that you do in the gym?
Either or. You can do this anywhere. You don't necessarily need kettlebells. You can use either a band or a knapsack if you're really being creative. You can use dumbbells at a gym or a barbell. Any kind of weight implement you can use this with.
And just if you're doing it at home without like you guys kind of around to make sure we're not screwing it up. Safety tips, any sort of like.
You know what I suggest? To be honest, come see a specialist like myself or Jess just for the first couple of times.
Like, the movements,
exactly.
Right?
Just so we create that mutual understanding, and then you can go on off and you come touch back every month or so.
Well,
it's very common actually.
Thank you very much. I'm going to need a little breather after this little workout segment. Rich Thought performance specialist, Jess Messias. Man, a few words. I like that in a guy. Physiotherapist. Stick around. More on PT coming up after this.